Okay, well, we're just proving if the starter's going to work on this thing, and we've been playing around with this for a while now, but so we're not getting a signal to here, I'd say, because first time I've heard this thing turn over for a while. But the relay's not faulty. That's weird though, because we're getting a signal into this thing on here to throw the relay. Okay, we've still got a bit more to work out here. Something's inhibiting this at the moment. Oh, it is too. All right. Sam's Porsche Boxster, still in bits. Night time. This is a pain of a fault, but we will find it. It's just being a nasty one. I hope it's not the immobiliser that's causing it, because that's a real expensive one. But all right. We've actually got a new ignition switch for this thing as well, but I don't think that's it. I think the ignition switch is working fine. I think this switch is working perfect actually, but something's telling this not to go on. All right. These are the fun things you do on a Thursday night, and Sam's gone shopping to do Ron's shopping for him. Yeah, she's a good girl. Anyone owned a Porsche Boxster before with this fault? Yeah. Yeah. I've been following a circuit through, and this is only how I've got this far, to be very honest. They're a little bit complex. There's a few things you need to switch. So I'll probably need to jump for the clutch switch as well at the moment. Although, no, we're bypassing that. No, we're okay. Yeah, we're bypassing the jumper switch right now here. But, all right, well, all I can say is this Boxster is, out of all the cars I've got here at the moment, this one is actually the one that's got me having probably the most grief out of everything else has been pretty simple, or it's been so hard I've had to get some help on, but this one's sort of been in the middle. I had a mate helping me, but unfortunately got a bit busy, and long story that one, but haven't seen him for ages. But going to keep going. All right, well, we'll keep going on this. Just got to think it through. Back to the wiring diagram. At least the starter motor's working. We know that. It's got to be good news. It's something, one less thing to fix. Unfortunately, down in here, they have a immobiliser module, and mate of mine was in here, and what happened, he was convinced he was going to fix it on the day, so he ripped out wires everywhere. Like, this was all the central locking wires and bits and pieces, and that was probably 12 months ago. He was always going to come back and have a bit of a look at it, but it hasn't really happened. But my health hasn't helped with that either, with timing and that. Is that the what's what? Oh no, that's not it. No, it's all right. That's just the yeah. Anyway, so the alarm. This is the early model Boxster. That they had two models that came out. There was a box that had an RF connection for an antenna, and that antenna was a microwave little antenna that you used for the key fob. Now this is the earlier one that didn't have that, which is sort of good. It's one less thing, it can't be the key fob issue, but it still can be quite a few other things. But all right, well, it's getting a bit cold out here. I've been in bed all day, but I just thought, I cannot do this any longer. I've got to get up and do something. So I chose this. I just wish I had a bit more room in the shed at the moment, because I'd put it in here, but we just got this roller door being replaced at the moment because it's all buggered. As you can see through there, it's all a bit skew-if, and otherwise I'd be moving this one out and putting this one in for now, but it's just a little bit hard to do. So for now, I'm going to spend another half hour. I'm going to go get the lights. I think I'll mount them on top here and see if we can just have a little bit more of a play. I'm onto something, just haven't quite got it yet. Haven't quite got there just yet. Nearly there, but not quite. All right, there you go. Just a little bit of insight as to what these cars can do sometimes, and they can test you. They definitely can test you. This one has a bit. Probably the biggest test has been that I get onto it for, so a little while, then I'm off it for 2 months sometimes because I've been crook for so long, and then basically I get back onto it, and so sometimes you're sort of having to go back over areas that you've possibly done before. But the funny thing about this one, I am getting signal voltage across here so I'm getting 12 volts on the start signal, which actually makes me think the immobiliser might be okay. But the relay tests beautifully, and you can actually swap relays around here, and I've done that, of course, just to try. So we're getting 12 volts there. Maybe we're not seeing the ground here. I need to trace that wire, see where it goes. All right, yes, there you go. That may go back to the immobiliser. At least the colour coding on Porsche is really good. You can sort of follow their thinking. All right, well, hang in there. I'm hoping we get a solution to this soon. Oh, and by the way, the reason we grabbed another ignition switch, whilst I'm sure it's not the problem, they get quite sloppy in the Boxsters. So for $40 or something stupid, you just chuck a new one in. They're actually an Audi part number, so you don't pay the Porsche price. You can buy it from Porsche for $200. You can buy it from an Audi spares place for $40. So guess which one I chose. All right, guys. Keep you updated on this one because trust me on this. I definitely have a wife who is eager to get her Boxster back for summer so that she can put the roof down, and she loves this car. I offered her, honestly, here's the truth. I offered her a 911 convertible, and she said no. It's a 911, it's faster, it's better, it's lots of things. It's got a Kenwood stereo fitted out throughout it, and she said no. And I said, why? For God's sake, why wouldn't you take the Boxster? And she said, well, number one, you've got nearly $200,000 worth of receipts that have been spent on this one. And I said, well, that's not always a good sign. And that's true. Previous owner spent nearly $200K, including the purchase. The purchase was about 108. So that's on top of his purchase price. So this has had new motor, new trans, with the new motor. They did the IMS upgrade kit out of the US. He ordered that with it. So that was smart because the new motor still came with the bearing that's going to leak. And what else? Oh, the roof's been done. The roof works perfectly on this thing. Oh, it's funny, Sam said that. This one here, I'm fixing a little roof fault in at the moment, and you wonder why she's annoyed at the at the idea of changing cars. But yeah, look, the roof's on Boxsters, 986s, 996s, all of anything with a 6 in it. It's sort of pretty much got a few issues over the years. Yeah, once you sort them, they're fine. But the Boxster's very similar. A couple of little changes, just a couple of very small things they do different, mainly with the latching system, actually, where they have a manual lock system up here where the Boxster has a 2 microswitch electric lock there. By the same token, they both have microswitches. They both can have problems with the roof function due to the microswitches. So there you go. All right, well, first time we've heard this thing actually turn a starter motor over, so at least we've proven the starter motor is not the fault, which is, not a cheap part in Boxster. See if it still does it. See if we get any sparks. Hang on, make sure we're on the right one here. Let's try and remember. Oh, sorry, I'm sniffing a bit here. Yellow and black, there it is. Yep, it's all right. Just want to make sure. See, we're turning over. So electronically, see, that could be as simple as that clutch switch. I need to bypass. I was saying before that it bypasses the clutch, but no, the clutch switch might go back to the immobiliser, telling the immobiliser to immobilise. And unfortunately, because I can't be in 2 places at one time right now, I can't push the clutch in, but I can bypass it. There's a little trick where you do that with a couple of these little fellas. They have a couple of little tabs that you can sort of take the switch out and then just bypass it with a couple of these. And that'll be my next job. All right. Anyway, there you go. At least we've got a little bit of space at the moment here. Very unusual for us. Oh, and yeah, just on top of it, the plastic lid, the bloody thing, it fell on my head. I'm like, you're kidding. It was sitting there for about an hour perfectly while I've been going through all these tests. Then all of a sudden, when I actually started the car must have vibrated a little bit, and the bloody thing fell on my head, and I thought, good on you. All right, anyway, there you go. To all you budding Boxster mechanics out there, there you go. This is probably how not to do it. But no, look, if anyone's watching this, I know a few of my Porsche mates watch my videos, so if you get some ideas that I haven't had, I'm struggling on this one, and it's really a time thing, because summer will be here before you know it, and I've got other jobs I'm supposed to be doing. I should be getting that one finished. That was supposed to be at Lloyd's Auctions 2 weeks ago, and I haven't had a chance to get it down there, and because I've got to replace the fuel pump. Anyway, what do you do? All right, all the best, guys. Cheers.